A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Buying time to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Kill. Turn on it. Kill. Turn up. Yeah. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run with Muhammad, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now King on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back. Check four. SOS. Check.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. From the gun, King. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Check. Lucky. Hey, alert 3. 80 weapon. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. Go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run for it. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Come on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, King flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. We're scoreless after 1. Here's King throwing on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Muhammad. And an alley to run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch the shot. Switch. Slam. Alert. Go. Check 24. Out. Alert.
They go play action. Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Completes it to Miller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, I got you. Red, up. Mike 34. So don't say nothing.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Javon Wims, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
25, check 25, check 25.
To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? King operating from the gun. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. King now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete here. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Ready? Hey, come on. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 43. Spine. Hop on. Check. 49. Check 49.
Now King on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Check 52. Kill.
Back to throw. King. He completes this one to Mack. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Man, lost the turn.
Throwing here, Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose. Do what you do best. Go get the quarterback.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, exit. 34's a Mike. Ran,
Trubisky will throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
34's a Mike. He's coming. Hey, Steve 6. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready. Mike 50 on squad. Give it a 36. Alert flare. He's coming. We got double up. Up.
Throwing on 1st down. King looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's King off the play fake. On the crossing route, complete. That's Mack. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Trubisky to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Trubisky to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
To throw is King. Throwing on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Undercrush. He's checking crack. Check 31. Watch twist. Hey, watch it. Go. Motion.
King on first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Move. Tighten up. Shift.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Check nine. Hey, ball. Scoot. Come on, D. 34.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Let's go, D. Watch twist.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Switch. Hey, ball.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Slam. Check.
They go play action. Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 90 is a mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 90 is a mic. I don't think you got it, son. No.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. King now. Off play action. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Khalil Mack. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And an alley to run. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically. but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now King to throw again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. James White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in. Check in. Hey, come on. Hey.
Now Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the fly.
2nd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. King, flush to his right. He completes this one to Mack. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
58, Mike. Let's go one more. Check. Yeah. Check. Come on. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Looking to throw. King. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
58 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. Let's go. My ball. Check. Go. I got him. That's me. Orbit.
Here's King throwing on 4th down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert. 34's a Bravo. Let's set a tone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Here's Trubisky. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
4 down, 4 down. Check 37.
They stay on the ground with White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, check. Lucky.
First down, here's White. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 58. Come on. He's tired of winning. He's tired of us. Put it 2. Check. Over. Put it 2. Check. Over. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Lions 24, Bears 21.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate.
Gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?